You slide out of your mother, along with one sibling, somewhere in Central America. Your legs lock onto her back immediately, gripping the ridges of her shell while she moves forward through the leaf litter. Your sibling climbs up beside you and presses close, both of you holding tight as her body shifts beneath you with each step. Then something moves ahead. A centipede crawls into view, its long, segmented body curling as it changes direction and heads straight toward your mother. She stops walking and lifts her abdomen high above her back. A sharp spray shoots out from the tip, hitting the centipede directly across its head and front segments. The centipede jerks backward and twists its body, trying to escape the liquid. Then it turns and crawls away fast, disappearing under a fallen log. Your mother starts walking again, but the sudden movement shakes your sibling loose. It drops onto the ground and lands on its back with its legs waving in the air. Your mother doesn't stop or turn around. She keeps moving forward while your sibling flips over and starts crawling after her, trying to catch up. But then a beetle appears from under the leaves. It's large with thick black armor covering its body, and it moves straight toward your fallen sibling. Your sibling raises its front legs, but the beetle is faster. It grabs your sibling with its jaws and drags it backward into the gap between two roots. Your sibling's legs stop moving, and the beetle pulls it further down until both of them vanish completely. Your mother keeps walking. You adjust your grip and press your legs tighter against her shell, making sure you don't slip. She moves through more leaves and over a piece of rotting wood before stopping under a large stone. Then she lowers her body close to the ground, and you hold on without moving. You're still on her back, and that's where you'll stay until your body changes. Skip forward a bit, and you're 3 weeks old now. Your body doesn't fit the same way it did before. The shell is too tight and your legs don't move as easily as they should, so something needs to change. Then your back splits open down the middle, creating a gap that runs from your head to your abdomen. You push forward and crawl out of the old shell, leaving it behind on the ground like an empty case. Your new body is soft and pale, with legs that bend more easily now and pedipalps that are slightly larger than before. Your mother lowers herself close to the ground, and you know it's time to leave. So you climb down her body for the first time, moving slowly with your 8 legs touching the soil beneath you. Each step feels different now that you're not gripping her shell anymore, and you have to learn how to balance your weight without her movements throwing you off. You need somewhere to hide while your shell hardens, so you move toward a gap between 2 rocks and squeeze yourself inside. The space is narrow, but deep enough to fit your body, and you press yourself against the back wall with your legs braced on both sides. Then you stay completely still and wait for your shell to dry. A few hours pass, and your body stops being soft. The shell hardens into a darker color, and your legs move without bending wrong anymore. You're hungry now, so you move back toward the entrance of your hiding spot and stop just inside with your 2 long front legs stretched out ahead of you. These legs are thin and covered in tiny hairs that pick up vibrations from anything that moves nearby, so you use them to sense what's around you without leaving your shelter. Then something small crawls past the rocks. It's a cricket, moving slowly across the ground. Your front legs pick up the vibrations from its steps, so you lunge forward and grab it with your pedipalps before it can react. You crush it between your claws and pull it back into your hiding spot. Then you start eating. That's your first kill, and it won't be your last. You're 2 months old now, and you're moving through territory you haven't been to before. You crawl over a piece of rotting bark and pass between 2 ferns, keeping your long front legs stretched out ahead of you so they can pick up any movement nearby. Then something crosses into range. Your front legs sense vibrations from the other side of a fallen log, so you stop and wait to see what comes out. Another whip scorpion walks into view. It's roughly the same size as you with pedipalps that look just as strong, and when it sees you, it stops moving and lifts its front legs the same way you're doing. You both stay still for a moment, trying to figure out who's going to move first. Then it takes a step toward you, so you raise your pedipalps higher and spread them wider to make yourself look bigger, but it doesn't back away. Instead, it charges forward with its claws reaching for your legs, so you jump to the side and swing one of your pedipalps at its body. You miss completely, and your claw snaps shut on nothing. Then it turns fast and grabs one of your back legs with its pedipalps. The grip is tight and pulls you off balance, making you stumble sideways while it tries to drag you closer. You twist your body hard and pull your leg free. Then you lunge forward and catch one of its pedipalps with both of yours. It tries to yank itself loose, but you hold on tight. Then you lift your abdomen high above your back and spray liquid directly at its face. The spray hits its eyes and mouth, making it jerk backward and shake its head side to side. It releases its grip on you completely and backs away fast, rubbing its front legs across its face like it's trying to wipe the liquid off. Then it turns and runs into the leaf litter, disappearing under a layer of dead leaves. You stay where you are and watch the spot where it vanished, keeping your pedipalps raised just in case it comes back. But it doesn't return, so after a while you lower your claws and keep moving forward into the space it left behind. Your spray worked this time, but you'll need to wait before your body makes more. You're 4 months old now, and hunting has been harder than it should be. You've been trying to catch a beetle for the last several minutes, stalking it slowly as it crawls across a piece of bark. When you get close enough, you lunge forward with your pedipalps spread wide, but the beetle is too fast and it drops off the edge before your claws can close around it. You lose sight of it completely as it disappears into the grass below. A few minutes later, You find a millipede moving slowly along the ground. You need to eat something, so you move toward it and try to grab it with your pedipalps. But the millipede curls into a tight ball before you can get a proper grip, and when you try to pull it apart, your claws just slide off its smooth segments. You give up and leave it there. Then you move back toward your hiding spot between two large stones. You're hungry and chasing prey isn't working, so you decide to try something different. You move inside your shelter and press yourself against the back wall with your body completely still. Then you stretch your long front legs out toward the entrance so they can sense anything that moves nearby. You wait there without moving for a long time. And eventually, your front legs pick up vibrations from something walking past your hiding spot. It's a cockroach moving slowly across the ground just outside your shelter. Your front legs tell you exactly where it is, so you stay completely still and wait until it gets closer to the entrance. Then you lunge forward fast and grab it with both pedipalps before it can react. The cockroach tries to run, but your claws are already crushing its body, so it stops moving after a few seconds. You drag it back into your shelter and start eating, tearing pieces off its body and consuming everything that's soft enough to bite through. That's the first time you caught something by waiting instead of chasing, and it worked better than anything you tried before. But there are other things moving through this territory, and some of them are much bigger than a cockroach. Skip forward, and you're 7 months old now. You're moving across open ground away from your shelter when the soil beneath your legs starts shaking. Something heavy is walking nearby, and the vibrations are getting stronger with each step. You press your body flat against the ground and stop moving completely, trying to figure out where the threat is coming from. Then a coyote pushes through the ferns ahead of you. It's much larger than anything you've seen before, with a long snout and thick claws that tear through the leaf litter as it digs. The coyote is searching for food, flipping over logs and stones while it moves closer to where you're hiding. You stay completely still and hope it doesn't notice you, but it keeps digging in your direction. The coyote's snout comes down near your body, and you can see its nostrils moving as it tries to pick up your scent. It's only a few inches away from you now, so you lift your abdomen high above your back and spray liquid directly at its nose. The spray hits the coyote's face and it jerks its head back fast, shaking it side to side while making sounds you can't hear. Then it lifts one of its front paws and rubs it across its nose over and over, trying to wipe the liquid off. The coyote backs away from you and turns its head to the side, still pawing at its face. After a few more seconds, it stops rubbing and walks away through the ferns, leaving you alone on the ground. You stay flat and don't move until the vibrations from its footsteps disappear completely. Then you turn around and crawl back toward your shelter as fast as your legs can carry you. When you reach the gap between the stones, you squeeze inside and press yourself against the back wall. Your spray glands are empty now, and they won't refill for several days. That means you can't defend yourself if something else finds you, so you'll need to stay hidden until your body makes more of the liquid. But you're not the only whip scorpion in this area, and some of them might be looking for the same shelter you're using. You're 1 year old now, and something in your body has changed. You're moving through your territory when you pick up vibrations from another whip scorpion nearby, so you follow the signal until you find her standing near a fallen log. She's roughly the same size as you, but when you get closer, she doesn't raise her pedipalps or spray. Instead, she just stays still and waits for you to come closer. You move toward her slowly with your long front legs stretched out, and when you're close enough, you tap her body gently with the tips of your antenniform legs. She taps you back in the same way, creating a pattern of touches that goes back and forth between you. Then you both start moving in a slow circle with your legs touching hers while you walk around each other. This goes on for several minutes, and neither of you tries to fight or run away. After the circling stops, you lower your abdomen toward the ground and release a small white packet from the tip. It sticks to the soil beneath you. Then you move forward and use your pedipalps to guide her body toward the spot where you left it. You push her gently until she walks over the packet, and when her abdomen touches it, the packet transfers to her body. Then she lifts her abdomen high above her back and points it in your direction. You don't know if she's going to spray or not, so you release your grip on her pedipalps and back away as fast as you can move. But she doesn't spray. Instead, she just stands there for a few seconds with her abdomen raised, then she lowers it back down and turns around. She walks away from you and disappears into the leaf litter without looking back. You stay where you are and watch the spot where she vanished. Then you turn and move in the opposite direction. You won't see her again, and you won't know what happens to the eggs she'll lay. But those eggs will hatch eventually, and when they do, some of them will survive long enough to mate just like you did. You're 2 years old now, and you've been living in the same shelter for months. The territory around you is familiar, and most of the insects that pass by are easy to catch. Then one day, another whip scorpion walks into your space. It's larger than you with thicker pedipalps and a wider body. And when it sees you near the entrance to your shelter, it stops and raises its claws. You need to defend what's yours, so you lift your pedipalps and spread them as wide as they'll go. The other whip scorpion moves toward you slowly, and you can tell from the way it's walking that it's done this before. You start circling each other with your front legs stretched out, both of you waiting to see who moves first. Then it lunges forward fast and tries to grab your legs, but you jump sideways and swing one of your pedipalps at its body. Your claw catches the side of its shell and scrapes across the surface, but it doesn't do any damage. The other whip scorpion turns quickly and grabs one of your pedipalps with both of its claws. Then it pulls you toward it with more strength than you expected. You try to pull free, but its grip is too tight, so you twist your body hard and yank your claw loose. Before you can recover, it charges again and slams into your side, knocking you off balance. You fall sideways and one of your legs bends wrong beneath you. Then the other whip scorpion grabs your abdomen with its pedipalps and squeezes. You lift your own abdomen as high as you can and spray liquid directly at its face from close range, but it doesn't let go right away. It shakes its head and loosens its grip slightly, so you pull yourself free and spray again. This time it backs away and wipes its front legs across its eyes, trying to clear the liquid off. You use that moment to run toward your shelter, but it follows you and catches your back leg with one of its claws. You feel the leg tear away from your body as you pull forward. Then you squeeze into the narrow gap between the rocks where it can't follow you. The other whip scorpion stays outside the entrance for a long time, waiting to see if you'll come out, but you don't move, and eventually it leaves. You're missing one leg now, and moving won't be as easy as it was before. Skip forward, and you're 3 years old now. You're moving slowly through the leaf litter with 7 legs instead of 8, and the missing leg makes your body tilt slightly to one side with each step. Your front legs are stretched out ahead of you like always, picking up vibrations from everything that moves nearby. Then you sense something that doesn't feel like an insect or another whip scorpion. The vibrations are different, smoother, and more controlled. A snake slides into view from behind a log. It's small and thin with scales that blend into the brown leaves around it, and when it sees you, it stops moving and lifts its head slightly. You raise your pedipalps and prepare to defend yourself, but the snake is faster than you expected. It strikes forward with its mouth open wide, and its jaws close around your abdomen before you can move away. You grab at its head with both pedipalps, trying to crush its skull or force it to let go. Your claws press into the sides of its face, but the snake doesn't release you. Instead, it adjusts its grip and bites down harder, making your body bend wrong in the middle. You lift your abdomen as high as you can and spray liquid directly into its mouth, and for a moment you think it might work. But the snake just holds on with its jaws locked tight around your body. Then the snake starts to coil slightly, pulling you closer to the ground. You strike at its head again with your pedipalps, trying to find a weak spot between the scales. Your claws scrape across its face, and one of them catches near its eye, but it still doesn't let go. The snake's body wraps partway around you, and the pressure increases until you can't move your legs anymore. Your pedipalps stop gripping and fall to the sides. The snake loosens its jaw slightly and adjusts its hold on your body. Then it starts to move you toward its throat. Your legs twitch once and then go still completely. The snake continues swallowing while the forest keeps moving around it, and everything continues the same way it always has.